Okay, match number 2. We're on the draw, and we have the untapped Green Source and Elvish Mystic turn 1. Unfortunately, we don't have a second land, so we might not be able to cast our Fierce Empath or Seagate Oracle on turn 2. We can contest a 2/2 or smaller with the Epic Confrontation if we really have to, or if we miss a land drop and just want to do something. On the draw, we have a decent chance of being able to find a land in the first 2 turns, so I think I'm going to keep this hand. Alright, playing against Boggles, which means Epic Confrontation is useless, and we're going to lose if they have even a reasonable draw. That's unfortunately just how it is. We don't have any sacrifice effects, disenchant effects, so if they're able to just load up this Slippery Boggle with a lot of enchantments, we're not going to be able to interact with it. And we certainly won't be able to race it either unless we just have a perfect draw. But we have the 4 Gleeful Sabotage on the sideboard for a reason, and those might be helpful to bring in. We draw a land, which is great. It's a good start. Now we just have to hope that they don't have too many Ethereal Armors. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. No Ethereal Armor yet, please. Just wait a couple turns. Glade Cover Scout. Oh, they chose green for Utopia Sprawl. Abundant Growth. Alright. Well, the Ethereal Armor, when they get it, is going to pump for 3 right off the bat due to these land enchantments. I'm not going to block here because they already have another Hexproof creature, and I really need my mana, so... Alright, so I could play Epic Confrontation if these didn't have Hexproof, but they do. So I'm going to play a 3-drop here. Seagate Oracle blocks better, and we already have something in our hand to emerge out, so I don't need the Fierce Empath yet. Simic Growth Chamber or another Epic Confrontation. Unfortunately, I think I just got to take the land. They do have non-hexproof creatures in their deck, so this could be nice. Additionally, I already have 4 mana, but I think this overall, the Simic Growth Chamber is going to be more impactful for Muldrifter plus other spell turns and so on. Alright, or a Gnarlid. There's something we could Epic Confrontation if we had a big enough creature. Creatures with power less than its power can't block it, and it gets +1/+1 for each aura on the battlefield. Alright, so this turn we have 3 mana. We can Wretched Gryff, sacrificing Seagate Oracle, which sets us up for next turn Epic Confrontation to remove this, assuming they have 0 other enchantments. And they don't get to remove our Wretched Gryff somehow with, say, a Journey to Nowhere, which I believe they play. Our only other play is... I don't think we really have any other reasonable plays, so I'm just going to do that. Alright, draw a card. And play a tap land, pass a turn, and hope they don't play any auras. 2 cards in hand, it's possible. Nope, there's another aura. Well, now it's out of range of our Epic Confrontation, so I'm not sure what we're going to do. Maybe if we can find an Id of the Horde Swarm as quickly as possible, and then fight it with an Id of the Horde Swarm instead. Spider Umbra. Nope, yet another aura. Alright. Bash us for 6 upside the head. Alright, so we can't race this. They have a chump blocker. They're hitting us for 6 a turn, so we're dead in 3 turns at minimum, probably 2. So let's start off with Fierce Empath. I suppose we could try to double block this eventually. Although, actually, no, we can't even do that because of the Aura Gnarlid ability already outpaces our Wretched Gryff and our Head of the Horde Swarm. We would need a 6 power or greater creature to block it, which we do not have a possibility of assembling. So no chump blocking, no removing it. I think the game is over now. We can't remove their auras unless they choose to let us get rid of this Glade Cover Scout. We can't get rid of these auras, so this isn't going to get smaller than a 5/5. Yeah, it's This is already a non-interactive matchup, Boggles is, and the fact that our deck doesn't have any real natural interaction either is not helping us. Alright. Let's attack because why not? Makes no difference either way. And we can pretend that maybe we have something in our deck that can erase them. Armadillo Cloak. Alright. Living the dream. I would have been greedy and put this on the Aura Narlid myself, but they have no idea that we have no interaction in our deck. So this has trample, this can't be blocked. Let's go ahead and block there, and I think we're dead anyway. No, we fell to 2. Alright, Elvish Visionary. Tangle main deck? No, we don't have it. Well, this is fun. Let's go ahead and concede. And see if our disenchants are good enough. So Relic does nothing, Hydro does nothing, Stormbound Geist does almost nothing. Aerial Volley, no point to that. Tangle and Gleeful Sabotage, that's where it's at. So, what's going to be removed to make room for these 6 cards? Or do we even want all 4 Gleeful Sabotage? We definitely want both Tangle. These are slow, as I said before, and are good to cut. Civic Wayfinder is also one of the slower cards. And 2 more cuts needed. Elvish Visionary is a possibility. Seagate Oracle is a possibility. Maybe even one a piece of our Emerge creatures because they're kind of slow. And we like our earlier creatures for conspiring these Gleeful Sabotages. Unfortunately, these Gleeful Sabotages on their land enchantments don't really hurt them that much because most of their land enchantments cycle, so we're not really getting card advantage by getting rid of 2 of them with 1 card. And they don't really need the ramp, they just exist on the battlefield to count for their aura count for Aura Narlid and Ethereal Armor. But I still think that we need them as a way to get rid of enchantments. I think I will get rid of the Visionaries before I get rid of the Oracles. These block a little bit better, offer a little bit more selection to find our sideboard cards a little bit quicker. So, and also 3-drops are just very good for casting Wretched Griffin into the Horrid Swarm. So we'll submit like this. Alright, we get to be on the play, which is a little bit of a help. Oh boy. This is a good hand. Not really. This is an awful hand. But it's good in that it's making me laugh. So, turn 1 Elvish Mystic, turn 2 Forest, do nothing, turn 3 do nothing, turn 4 do nothing, turn 5 maybe start emerging out some Wretched Griffs. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna mulligan. I just had to look at that hand for a little bit, make sure I believed what I was seeing. Alright, this time we have 3 Emerge creatures. We have a sideboard card, but we have absolutely nothing to do early. Tangle can only delay the inevitable if we don't have anything else going on. I don't think this hand is capable with 3 Emerge creatures and 2 enablers, and no enablers. I think we have to go down to 5. Alright, this is the best hand yet, but that does not mean it's a good hand. Nope, don't want another land, please. Alright, turn 1 tap land, turn 2 Growth Chamber, turn 3 Empath. Turn 4 Emerge out whatever we search up with the Empath. Turn 5 Epic Confrontation, their Aura Narlid, and hope that our Emerge creature is big enough at that time. Sounds like a solid plan. Alright, we got our Rancor. Taking 3. Fierce Empath. Then we get a choice of what to go get. Against Rancor, I think It of the Horrid Swarm is probably a better choice. So that's what I'm going to take. Cycling a Utopia Sprawl. And I'm going to take the attempt to trade off here if I can. Gets rid of a hexproof creature, makes them have to recast the Rancor. So even though I won't be able to cast my It of the Horrid Swarm next turn, I think it's worth it. And I just have to plan on drawing more early creatures. Ledgewalker, okay. And Abundant Growth with Rancor in hand. Well, now I need a Wretched Griff to be able to interact with that and block it. Unfortunately, I drew a land instead of a creature, so we may just lose here. Rancor or a Gnarlid is a 5/5. Bash us for 3. Oh, okay, Gleeful Sabotage. So I can't cast a creature here, but I am kind of forced to Gleeful Sabotage. Unfortunately, hitting Rancor just brings it right back. So that doesn't get me anywhere. I can kind of do a desperation move and get rid of one of these to the Utopia Sprawl. Just to shrink the Aura Gnarlid a bit. I suppose I could have chosen not to block with the Fierce Empath that turn when they offered the trade with the 3/1 Hexproof creature, but I still think that was the right choice, even though it ended up being worse for me than being able to play the Id of the Horrid Swarm the next turn would have been. Alright, take 10. Coiling Oracle, save us. Save us. It's not going to save us. Oh, a Muldrifter. Well, we can at least show off a shiny new Muldrifter. That's not even going to stick around because we're evoking it. Is there a 1-mana card in our deck that kills all creatures? I forget. I don't think there is. Nope, it turns out there's not. Okay, well, we lost to Boggles. That's a little bit more reasonable if I match up to lose to, since we don't really have main deck interaction, and we're not quite fast enough to beat them most of the time, I don't believe. Well, I'm a little disappointed to lose to Slivers. This match, I think, went as expected. We can hope for a little bit better in match 3.